Get ready for the action because we are diving straight into breaking news. We start with the SK Hynix CEO, Kwak No-young, who is set to meet with the titans of tech, Bill Gates and Satya Nadella, during the highly anticipated Microsoft CEO Summit. This meeting promises to be a major intersection of global technology leadership, and we have the exclusive details on what this high-stakes gathering could unlock for the semiconductor industry.
Here's a simple way to protect your phone without stress. This ALEN 3-pack comes with tempered glass screen protectors, camera lens protectors, and an installation frame for an easier, cleaner fit. It's clear, case-friendly, and built to help guard against scratches and everyday bumps. Check the link in the comments to get it on Amazon.
Next up, we look at the massive land deal unfolding in North Carolina. Person County announced that Microsoft has purchased 1,350 acres in Woodstill Township, a vast tract of land advertised as shovel-ready for development. We break down the surprise element of this $27 million land sale, the secrecy surrounding the deal, and what this means for future data center development in the region. Our third story pulls back the curtain on internal turmoil at Microsoft. We investigate the firing of the general manager of Microsoft Israel, Alon Haymovich, following an internal investigation into what was reportedly an unethical use of Azure products. Find out what triggered this major shakeup within the company's operations and the fallout for its Israeli subsidiary. And finally, we tackle the tech debate. Microsoft executive Scott Hanselman is firing back at critics who accuse the company of cheating with the Windows 11 speed boost. He argues that this isn't a secret trick, explaining why Linux and macOS use similar techniques to boost performance. Don't miss the full breakdown of this ongoing OS battle, and stay tuned right here for all the latest updates. SK Hynix CEO Kwak No-young is set to participate in a high-profile meeting at the upcoming Microsoft CEO Summit in Korea. The meeting is scheduled to include discussions with both Bill Gates and Satya Nadella, the CEO of Microsoft. This engagement highlights the growing strategic importance of SK Hynix within the global technology landscape, particularly in the context of advanced semiconductor technology and its relationship with major industry leaders. The summit is expected to serve as a key forum for high-level discussions on future technological trends and industry collaboration, suggesting that SK Hynix will play a significant role in these strategic conversations. Noi Dung Kai Tait. Person County has become the unexpected site for a major technology development, as Microsoft announced the purchase of 1,350 acres in Woodstill Township in October 2024. The vast, shovel-ready parcel, situated near the North Carolina-Virginia border, was advertised as an ideal location for a data center, leading to significant surprise and scrutiny among local residents and officials. /N the land sale, valued at $27 million, came as a complete shock to county residents who had received no prior notice of Microsoft's interest. County leaders acknowledged the company's active search for development opportunities in the North Carolina market, but confirmed that project plans, capital investment, and employee numbers remained unfinalized. /N despite the lack of concrete details, the process moved quickly. County officials had signed non-disclosure agreements with the prospective buyer, explaining the previous silence. By the time the land was public, a key road had been closed, and Duke Energy was already engaged in permitting for a new gas plant to support the development. /N internal deliberations revealed a degree of secrecy. Commissioner Kyle Puryear noted that only 4 people were aware of the company's interest, marking a rare instance of corporate secrecy for a local entity. Public records requests seeking documentation on the Microsoft deal between 2023 and 2024 were initially denied by county administrators, citing confidentiality, though the assembly later obtained the records. /N as the project progressed, local officials engaged in detailed discussions with Microsoft and its consultants regarding infrastructure needs, including water access, sewer capacity, and road closures. An exchange between Microsoft's Senior Land Development Program manager and county staff revealed immediate infrastructure challenges, such as the need for a $3 million sewer system rebuild to handle cooling water discharge. /N, the rezoning process was complex, involving multiple bureaucratic steps. After months of coordination, the rezoning passed on August 5, and commissioners voted to close Country Club Road on September 24, with the road closure being revealed as a condition of Microsoft's sale. /N community concerns surfaced regarding the impact of infrastructure changes, particularly emergency service access, leading to public meetings where residents voiced frustrations over road closures. Environmental advocates and legal experts highlighted the persistent issue of transparency, noting that data center developers often operate under NDAs, complicating community oversight. /N Microsoft has publicly committed to being a responsible neighbor, pledging to minimize water use and create jobs, but questions remain regarding the full scope of the environmental and infrastructural demands. Furthermore, the sales tax exemptions that initially attracted Microsoft are now under scrutiny following calls from Governor Josh Stein to reconsider or eliminate them. /N meanwhile, the region's energy landscape is undergoing a major shift. Duke Energy is expanding capacity with a new gas-fired plant, which will significantly increase regional power generation, with data centers being identified as a major driver of this demand. Experts caution that while natural gas may be cleaner than coal, the overall impact on climate change, including methane emissions, requires deeper analysis. The situation underscores a tension between large corporate investment, regional infrastructure strain, and local community needs in North Carolina. Microsoft has taken decisive action against its Israeli subsidiary following an internal investigation into alleged unethical use of its products, leading to the termination of key leadership. The Israeli subsidiary has been placed under the interim administration of Microsoft France while an internal review was conducted. The investigation reportedly uncovered violations of Microsoft's terms of service and code of conduct. Specifically, Microsoft's terms prohibit the use of Azure for violence and harm, and the company has a policy to terminate major contracts upon discovery of misuse. This internal action comes amidst significant external scrutiny regarding Microsoft's contracts with the Israeli establishment. This pressure is amplified by the ongoing conflict in Gaza, where the Israeli military's conduct has drawn intense international criticism, including accusations of war crimes. Microsoft has faced substantial internal protesting over its ties to Israel. Reports indicate that the general manager of Microsoft Israel, Alon Haymovich, has been fired, along with other senior staff members, according to a report from Globes. Compliance investigators were reportedly dispatched to the country to assess adherence to rules and ethics. Microsoft's internal findings pointed to usage patterns consistent with terms of service violations. Furthermore, concerns have been raised that some services to Israel are delivered via Europe, a practice that could expose Microsoft to legal challenges from European regulators. The situation is set against a backdrop of broader tech industry scrutiny. Other major U.S. tech companies, including Google and Amazon, are also involved in cloud deals with the Israeli military under Project Nimbus, an initiative reportedly permitting unrestricted military use, including potential civilian targeting, a claim Google has denied despite leaked internal documents. Alon Haymovich, upon stepping down, expressed reflection on his tenure, noting the complex navigation required to position Israel as a fast-growing market for the company. Microsoft executive Scott Hanselman has firmly defended the Windows 11 Speed Boost feature against accusations of cheating, arguing that the technique is standard practice across modern operating systems. The controversy stems from the low latency profile, a performance tweak designed to briefly increase CPU speed when launching applications or menus, thereby making Windows 11 feel more responsive. Critics alleged that Microsoft was taking shortcuts to achieve this perceived performance gain. However, Hanselman countered on X that this is not unique to Windows 11, asserting that major operating systems like macOS and Linux utilize similar methods to reduce latency and enhance responsiveness. He framed the technique as a well-established computing method for prioritizing specific tasks, drawing parallels to dynamic frequency scaling used in real-time CPU adjustments on smartphones. The discussion surrounding the speed boost is part of a larger narrative concerning Windows 11, which has faced skepticism due to years of mixed user feedback and delayed fixes, compounded by significant criticism over the Windows recall rollout and associated spying concerns. Despite these broader issues, Hanselman maintains that aligning Windows 11 with existing OS performance standards is a logical step. The long-term success of the low latency profile will hinge on whether users perceive it as addressing fundamental performance issues or merely offering a superficial enhancement. Microsoft has acknowledged the need for deeper improvements, positioning the current speed boost as one component in a comprehensive, long overdue effort to refine the operating system.